Welcome to Weekend Project. Welcome everyone, happy to see you here today. Today we're going to work on a fun little pumpkin wall hanging. We did a stuffed one 2 weeks ago, and that was really fun to put together and be able to make it three-dimensional. Now we're just giving this one texture. So I have here 5 layers of fabric in pumpkin-y colors. You can, whatever your goal is for this, whatever shape, could be a cat shape, a bear shape, heart shape, a sun, whatever. It's up to you how you want to do the project. Okay, so I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 is cotton, the rest are batiks, but just because I like the colors of it. So if it's going to be more cotton that you have, you're going to get more fraying, which is kind of what you want. If you have batiks, you're not going to get as much fraying, but it'll still look as beautiful. Okay. So what I have, I just cut like an oval shape to make myself a pumpkin. Okay. This is the one I want to be seen on the top, and this is the one that's going to be on the bottom, and you'll probably never see that. Okay. So we just want to place it out on our background fabric. I've got a nice super dark green here. I also have a stem cut from batiks, and it's 3 layers of the same shape. Okay. And I'm going to place those down first, and then I'm going to put my pumpkin on top. Okay, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to be happy with my little top of my stem of my pumpkin being right there. So I'm going to pin it, just up a little bit, pin it. And then I'm going to do a zigzag with a multicolored brown thread, and then I'm going to come and place this over on top. Okay, so let's do that first. Just increasing my stitch. I'm going to go 4.5 on the length of the zigzag here, and then 1.0 on the stitch length, how close it's going to stitch together. So I just want to come around from the bottom of the stem all the way up and around to the other side. Okay, so we can move that, and we're going through all 3 layers, right? Okay. Oh, maybe we did thread a break. What's going on here? Did I run out of bobbin? Nope, I didn't. Okay, what happened here? Un momento. Okay, that's weird. I don't know why it was giving it an error. Okay, it's going that time. Okay, just a nice little zigzag all the way around. You can use a blanket stitch, it doesn't really matter. The zigzag doesn't matter. The stitch getting around doesn't matter. You will see it though. I mean, I guess in a way it does matter, but you know, as long as you get her done. This could be a side to a trick-or-treat bag, a pillow, a wall hanging, side to a little tote, whatever. Just have some fun. Have some fun with your fabric. Be creative. Okay, so we have that there. It's all zigzagged around. You can see my beautiful kind of colored thread there. Actually, it looks really dark on that camera. Okay, now we're going to take it and we're going to place our pumpkin on top, okay? So there it is. A little close up there so you can see it. Okay. And then I'm going to place my pumpkin on top. Okay. I'm going to give it just enough so you can see where the stem is peeking out, but you're covering up those raw edges. Okay. Now, I know this isn't even all the way around. I am going to just kind of pin it for the moment. Just trying to stack everything on top of each other. I did try to use the same template to cut it all out, but still, funnily enough, after 5 layers, it's not all completely even. So, hey. Okay. Just kind of pop a few pins in. Okay. And you are going to be sewing through quite a few layers. So, if you have more, if you had like a thinner needle on your machine, you may want to go for a universal needle as well as maybe even a light denim. Okay, because this is going to be a few layers. You don't have to though. I have a universal needle on mine and it does just fine. There's a few spots here that are looking a little hairy canary, so we'll just give them a little trim. And then again, we're going to use the same zigzag stitch all the way around. and enclose all 5 layers on top of this green background. Okay, just a little trim. It's like you can go into the hair cutters. All right, I think that's pretty good. We're going to start up here and zigzag all the way around. Okay, you could use another decorative stitch too, is what I pretty much was saying. Didn't have to be just a zigzag. Okay, and I'm going to try and place it so it's stitching equal portions, or it's going mostly on here and just barely hitting the outside edge. That outside hit of the needle is coming just on the outside edge of this fabric. Okay, that's my goal. Can't believe Halloween is just a few days away. It'll be our first Halloween here at our new house. So I doubt we're going to get any trick-or-treaters, but I do have a few big chocolate bars just in case. Just in case we get the neighbor kids. It's so different from our old neighborhood where I had so many kids coming by to get their big chocolate bar and hot chocolate, and we had a big fire going and all the decorations, and I was all dressed up. It really is different, so that's okay. Different is good. And this year just went by so fast. Like, not just I'm joking there. Like, literally, it just really went by very fast. Now, I went around twice on my first project of this with the zigzags, okay? But you don't have to if you are happy with your stitch around. Okay? I did do it twice because I like the variation of the thread. We'll get a little close to the edge there of the needle, or the pin. I like the variation of the thread, and I thought it was looking kind of funky as I was going around the first one. I like it, so I'm gonna go on. Hope everyone can join us tomorrow, Saturday, where 1 p.m. Munchkin and I are going to be carving some pumpkins. I'm super excited for that. Hope you guys can come hang out with us. Got some ideas, and I got some ideas, and we'll make the messy part of scooping them all out beforehand, so you know we won't have to deal with that. We might even roast the pumpkin seeds beforehand, so we can munch them while we're carving our beautiful pumpkins. I'm very excited. It's always nice to spend extra time with Munchkin. For some reason, it did a straight stitch there. That was weird. I'll have to come back over that. It's zigzag everywhere else. Oh, sometimes machines are weird. I'm sure mine isn't the only one. Okay, now comes the fun part. No, seriously. There, okay. Our pins out. Now we have our pumpkin nice and secured to our background fabric. Okay, remember, we've got all 5 layers in there. It's pretty thick. Okay. So what we want to do here is we want to mark it out. We want to mark this out with the little curvatures that go on in a pumpkin. Okay, I'll show you here of what I have of the back of my first pumpkin, so you can see what I was working with. This was the back part, so I did some curves in to give dimension to the pumpkin, and that's where I stitched. And then after we made those marks, I just used the pencil and just kind of went like, this is the half at the top sort of thing here, and this is the half at the bottom, and then just did some gentle kind of curves, and then spaced again with another little gentle curve with the pencil mark, and then I went and stitched over with the thread on those marks. Okay, so I'll show you how I did that, just so you can stay with me here. Straight stitch, haha, almost forgot there, but didn't. Somebody said something, I appreciate it. There we go. So we're just going to stitch on down in there. stitch right through. You don't have to back stitch or anything. I don't think it's really gonna matter. Okay. And then space over enough, but you want to make sure you're leaving enough space so because you're going to cut in that channel in between the pumpkins, the pumpkin stitches. Okay. Like I said, you could do this with anything. You just want to maybe either do straight lines or even curves or even a wave or something on that project, and it's just going to look just as well. Okay. So once we get all of our little lines all stitched up, let's just go. Okay, now this is where the handy dandy seam ripper is not always used for ripping seams apart, right? You're actually going to use it for this project. So what you want to do is you want to take one layer or two layers, however you can feel with your seam ripper. The sharper the better, but also be careful, okay? If you are concerned about possibly going through in your movement to get from point A to point B, that you might be concerned that you're going to rip through your project, then I suggest sticking a pin or a needle, one that's possibly a little bit more straighter than the one I had going on there, up against that spot. Same as that you would do for a buttonhole. You would put a pin there so you don't go through those stitches when you're opening the hole, okay? So once you have that, you're going to come in here with your seam ripper or really sharp pair of snips or something like that. I was using these lovely scissors that were helping me to clip things out. Okay, so you just want to take one layer and then gently, and you can hear it as it's going to rip. You're like, oh no, I'm ripping my project. Yeah, it's fun. Let's rip the project. And then just follow the curve. Okay, so that's only one layer. You can see we only got one layer there. Okay, so we want to come back down in, kind of poke down, make sure we've got another layer or two. And you can go right down to the green. Obviously don't go through the green because that is the background. So you could go all through 5 layers, or you can just go through the 4 layers and have that last color of your pumpkin be the base of your pumpkin. Okay. Okay. So just like that. So you can see I've got 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer. I got 4, and then I also had that other dark orangey color, coppery color underneath. So we've got 1 more to go through. And you can kind of feel it. If you have, like I said, if you go through the other one, then don't worry about it. If you go all the way, get down to the green. No, this I have got the one there. Okay, and then rip all the way to the other side. You can see it's got all those little layers there, and there's my coppery colored one. And then you can just do it like this if you like. Just fray it up and do all the little slices like that. Okay, I'll show you the one that I have done or almost done. And then I came in and I clipped some of them to give it really more dimension. Okay, and like I said, if you want to, you can come in with a pair of snips. Just do a little snip right there, and then come in and just cut. And sometimes you could do that sometimes with a couple of layers, right? Right, so I'm doing 2 layers there. Do the same thing. If you're not confident with your seam ripper on like being that extra little tool for your hand, then go ahead and do it this way. Okay, and then you can just come in and clip if you want. You don't have to. I was humming and hawing. I'm like, do I clip or do I not clip? But you just kind of, you can take a brush over with your nails, just kind of fluffs it all up, and you've got yourself a really fun, funky, wall hanging little art project that you can share. I did the same with the stem here as well, but I only clipped a little bit on the one side just to kind of add a little bit of dimension. So, and there are only 3 layers. I only went through 2 layers, left the bottom one, but again, you could also go right down to the background fabric if you so choose to. Okay, so there we go. Isn't that fun? It's fun. It's going to be super easy and super fun. And if you come hang out with us on Saturday with Munchkin and I carving a pumpkin, you get to win one of these. I'm going to give one away. Yeah, so come hang out if you got time. If you don't, I understand. It's fall season. People are busy. Got stuff to do, place to go, people to see. I'm going to finish off this beautiful project. Oh, so cute, so cute. Got one more layer to go through. And you all have a fantastic rest of the day. Big hugs to you. We'll see you soon. Make a pumpkin today.